What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm back from my prolonged hiatus. I apologize for that. But we're getting back into more Dark Souls bumbles. That being said, anybody who has been, well, anyone watching this has probably been keeping up with the whole thing so far. But basically, yeah, last video explains it all. I'm a big big bumble king, and basically lost a bunch of footage of me doing a bunch of stuff. That being said, in the meantime, leading back up to this to shake off the rustiness, I went through and picked up some things I missed earlier, just some side tracking stuff, nothing super important. That being said, I have, here we go, Nadalia. I have 10 of her 12 souls, and I have this spike, smelter wedge rather, and I'm about to go use this last one I have. The very last one I believe you get from beating an optional boss. And by getting all 12, you get the full soul of Nadalia, which you can get a soul, rather a boss weapon from that, as usual with souls. I'm not going to do that. It's just kind of a completionist thing. That extra boss I've already actually made my way up to, but I haven't tried yet. I wanted to wait until I had that being recorded. I wanted my first attempt to be recorded. I don't know if I'll be able to beat him because, according to a lot of people, he's worse than the Fumi Knigget, who you saw I had lots of trouble getting through. That being said, right now we're heading to that old spire that was giving me trouble. I don't know how many episodes back, and we're going to see if we can handle that situation. Remember this, guys? With this asshole NPC invader that runs away into the cursed pit. There he is, Maldron. So I assumed back when I was trying to bash my head to get through this, that this was progress. I didn't know this was all optional. I also don't have the right build for this guy. We're both pokey dudes, as you can see. Can I backstab him? Nope. Quit it. Ah, out of stamina. Bap. Oh, this guy's an asshole. Man. Oh my god, this guy. Alright, go already. Jerk. Okay, so that guy's being buffed, if I'm understanding correctly. That guy's being buffed by one of those, oh man, having a brain fart. One of those fume statues. Man, that's not even close to being the right thing to call them. The things you need the smelter wedges for that buff the enemies nearby, which is what's happening here. Not only is she buffing these enemies, oh look at that, there's the soul from my last attempt for practice. But anyway, yeah, so these guys are all being buffed by those things, as I've probably already talked about in past recordings, but it's been too long to remember. Uh-oh. No, thanks. Damn it. I really freaking hate this tower, guys. I really, really do. Can I reach that guy? No, I'm not going to try. I'll just fall. Okay, so since I'm human, this cursing isn't going to be good for me. Ay. There he goes. Damn it. Okay. We're down to one guy. Nope. Here. See if I can get a drop on him. Literally. Are you kidding me? That's fine. You committed to suicide. No, I don't want to... There we go. Yep. Okay. These guys. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, bro. Gotta hate these enemies. Because he's just gonna, as you guys saw last time, he's just gonna, like, come back from the dead. I might as well just leg it. Oh man. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nope. Okay, load this guy up. Damn it! Oh my god, this fucking guy. That's what I'm looking for right there. If I can get in there and get the animation going, then I should be able to, you know, live through the attacks, and then I can die. That's fine, because I'll be able to actually do what I'm trying to do, which is to unbuff those guys and then get that soul fragment from Nadalia. Or, I forget her name. I think Nadalia is the one from Dragon Lake Castle. I'm getting the Sisters of the Dark kind of confused. Shocking, I know. We're going to try a new strategy. Everybody ready for this? Is everybody ready? Here we go. New strategy. Let's see how well this works out for me. Do it. Nope. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah! Alright, scumming it out. Scumming it out. Now these guys can die. Oh. And they won't keep coming back infinitely. Also means I'm definitely gonna die. There's no way I'm living through this. Oh man. Dark Souls experience right here. I'm gonna try though. I'm not giving up. Never give up, never surrender. Yeah, alright, alright. That's what I was about to say, I can't get too close. Because these fucking fireball jerkwads. Yep. Who wants it? You want it? Yeah, you do. Eat it. Hit. Oh! That for sure, that was the finishing blow. I'm actually doing pretty good. Holy crap, I lived. Alright. That is surprising. But that's okay. Ah. Dude, you're gonna come up from the ground. I can feel it. I can feel it. Poof. Tears. Yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Alright, who's first? Damn it. These guys break through your shield pretty good. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. Okay. Okay. Now, if nothing else, even if I can't clear that tower, I gotta get back down there and get that soul fragment. I am hollow as hell. Let's go. Let's go do the thing. No. How come whenever I'm testing, this guy doesn't hear me and I get a backstab every single time, but the 2 times that I'm recording, he hears me. He hears my footsies. Okay. Now, are you buffed? You buffed, bro? I really hate this guy. Are you kidding me? That's all I can say. Well, at least I'm late enough in the game that I don't really care about souls. Whoop. I've hit the soft cap and maybe even a hard cap or two on my stats. Oh hey, I've gone through here enough times, that guy's gone. Anyway, I've got enough soft and hard caps, you know, on my stats that I really don't care. Also, in case you were confused why that guy was gone up here at the top of the steps. For some reason, the developers of this game, I guess in another failed attempt to make this game hard, or rather a inappropriate way to make this game hard, after you pass through a certain area a certain amount of times, then they start removing enemies. I guess, you know, so people aren't just farming, blah, 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 but I think it kind of goes against the spirit of the game. Fucking hate this guy, oh my god. God, he's so cheap. Yeah, I don't have the appropriate build for this guy. He seems to have pretty high poise, like many of the enemies in the DLC do. And my character doesn't really stagger. And, I don't know, I feel like I've done better against him in the past. I am rusty, that's for sure. Alright. I'm kind of, like, real talk guys, I'm not a huge fan of this DLC. I'm really not. I like how the shortcuts loop around like they did in Demon Souls and Dark Souls, but the area just like isn't exciting, it's not interesting, the enemies are boring, and it's like it's not designed well as far as enemy placement, and I don't know. Oh, these guys are gone too? Maybe I'm rambling. That's just how I feel. It's so I did the Sunken King DLC first, and I really enjoyed that area. The whole like Lovecraftian vibe of an underground monolith. And the boss fight, not so much the queen there, but the boss fight for the dragon, the poison dragon. That was fucking epic. And I really wish I'd been recording then, because I did that one in one go, and man, was it tense. Like, I am by no means amazing at this game, as you guys yourselves have been witness to. But he didn't die. But I mean, I'm good enough to get through the game and to beat some of the harder DLC enemies. Even though you guys didn't see me actually beat the Few Knight, I did it. And I tell you what, man, I rejoiced. So, that being said, that dragon fight was not easy. I was just on my A game, I guess, and I was able to do that thing in one go, but holy crap, it was tense, white-knuckled, and I had a lot of fun with that one. Bait out your attacks. One pokey. Oop. One pokey poke. That's not what I meant to do. Ah, no. I got greedy. I had that coming. Oh man, I bet you guys are sick of seeing this location. Not as sick as me. All that being said, I really enjoy this game, and it's definitely not the best. I know that. I haven't myself played through Dark Souls. I'm actually looking forward to my first complete playthrough of Dark Souls 1, which I'm going to do with the remastered on PS4, which I have, but I don't have access to my PlayStation 4 right now. It's back home in the States with my wife. I'm still here in South Korea for another 8 months, 7 to 8 months. That being said, I'm clearly playing this on PC, and I am enjoying this game, and it's definitely flawed, and I can see why it's not really held in as high regard in the community. But still enjoying it. Still a great game. Challenging, all that good stuff. It's also cheap. I mean, it's fair most of the time. But I feel like they kind of missed the point. The developers did without Miyazaki being there. They kind of missed the point of what made these games so loved. Fucking hate this enemy. Oh my god. Not great. Anyway, they missed the point. And if you haven't seen the videos from like Matthew Matosis and a few of those guys, and that's the one that gets quoted the most, I guess, that guy. But uh-oh. I really, it's my fault that I just did that, but I really hate that button combination of forward and the attack button all at the same time to do the repose or whatever. Because it's really easy to accidentally do that. And you guys have seen me do it multiple times, and it's every single time gets me killed, or at least miss a good attack or something like that. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna scum it out. I'm gonna do the baby thing. Well, I can't because I want that chest at the bottom as well as the soul. I just need to stop fucking up. That's all there is to it. I was on a tangent and got sidetracked. Ah! Oh, right. About these games. So, yeah. Something that makes me kind of sick is if I'm watching someone else do a little playthrough or talk about this game, it seems like nobody can do it without also talking about, like, comparing it to Dark Souls 1. Or maybe even at this point, Dark Souls 3. But, excuse me. That being said, I do think the developers, without Miyazaki's involvement, missed the point of what made these games so great and what so many people loved about them. And that is the whole tough but fair mentality. Whereas this game often seems cheap, because instead of giving you one strong enemy or maybe a small room full of enemies that you can kind of lure out and take care of one at a time, it'll just throw you in a room full of enemies that all at once will just take care of you, buddy. You'll aggro, and then you'll have to deal with a whole room full of enemies that will can easily, as you've seen multiple times with me, just hand you your ass. Man. Maybe I should just... Gosh. I hate using humanities, but... Oh, those guys... Stay. Okay, that makes sense. Uh-oh. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like have a conversation. Yeah! And do this at the same time, but clearly I don't have that that mastered quite yet. But wait, so were those the guys that come up from the ground? Oh no. No. I guess they have to kind of respawn every time. Let's see if I can work this to my advantage. Yep. Oh man, I even heard it coming. Uh-oh. Took a little SS break. Wow, what a... I literally thought that I had time. Uh-oh. Oh man. I don't even know if what's in that chest is worth it, y'all. Okay. It'll help me a lot to have this health. And I'm not going to waste a ring slot with the whichever ring it is that cuts down the health that you lose while being hollowed. Then we'll sit here, get that Estus back. Okay. Oh, speaking of rings, in case I haven't actually shown you guys what my build's looking like here. Third Dragon Ring, Chloranthy +1, Flynn's Ring, and the Southern Ritual Band. Southern Ritual Band gives me extra attunement slots for more miracle spells. Flynn's Ring basically, if I remember correctly, makes your attack stronger if you have a smaller equipment load. Chloranthy Ring makes your stamina regrow faster. And then Third Dragon, I believe, is HP, yeah, stamina max load increased. I used to have the Lightning Clutch Ring, which makes lightning attacks stronger. Seeing as how I have a Lightning Spear, that would probably help me out too, but I feel like the extra HP and whatnot with the Third Dragon Ring might be better for me. But I guess we could try an experiment here. Of course, it might affect my load. Let's try it. Let's check stats first. Here are my stats. 1969 is my health. 136 stamina. Let's throw in the Clutch Ring. 1832, 121. Those are pretty big jumps. We'll see if the damage output is worth losing that 100 plus HP and 10 stamina. Fuck off, Muldrin. So, everything I was saying about this game, I guess... Oop. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually try and beat that extra DLC boss, which is Sir Alon. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Seems incredibly hard. That should have killed him. Come on. That would have killed me. Why can't I kill him too? Anywho. So yeah, Sir Alon is considered by some the hardest enemy in the game. Hardest boss in the game, rather. The Fume Knight is up there. So Smelter Demon. Which I beat, well, a good long time ago, clearly, because I had to get through that area to get here. But, there's also another optional boss, which is basically the Smelter Demon Mark II, but he's magic instead of fire. I actually tried him on a test run before I started recording again, just for funsies. Yeah, he's hard. I wouldn't say he's harder than the actual Smelter Demon. It's just that he's like I said, does magic damage instead of fire damage. There might be some other things he's got going on that I'm unfamiliar with. Like he might actually have more HP, higher defense, higher strength. Not really sure, but I know when I fought him, my damage output wasn't super great. And overall, wasn't really interested in beating him. I'm honestly, like I said, pretty sick of this DLC, ready to move on. Not even really sure if I'm having fun at this point. It's more of like a pride thing, I guess. I mean, I beat it. And later when I have some free time, I'll show you guys the crown I received from the Queen. Get a little lore perspective. I don't talk too much about lore. I don't feel like I'm the best person to give that perspective. Fucking hell. Man. Getting pretty distracted. Alright. Fuck. Whew. Alright, that was almost bad. Ah! Crap, I thought his body was another one. Alright. That being said, I'm gonna go open this damn effing poopy chest before I do anything else, so I can never come here again. Here we go. Here we go. Doing the thing. Yep, thanks. Not a mimic. Not a trap either. Sick. Sweet! A weapon I'll never use. Palestone. Nothing here was worth the trip. Okay. Right, the crown. Doop 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 doop. So, oh yeah, hollow skin. So this is something that I found here in the DLC in one of the extra rooms that I did while off camera. Basically, it negates curse damage to you, which only really matters if you're human, you have all your humanity. But if you've started to hollow at all, then curse really isn't that big of a deal. Here's a crown for the Sunken King, which has really cool and interesting backstory to that whole section. I kind of wish that I started recording then, because that was a really good section. I really enjoyed that. The bosses were good. Even the optional bosses, the Gank Squad, the 3 Gravediggers, man, that was tough. So here's the crown of the Old Iron King, which is what you get after you beat the Fume Knight and you find the corpse of the Queen. Oh man, what's her name? Sorry guys. Nadalia. It was Nadalia. Okay, I'm not crazy. So back to that. Boom. Okay, the king sunk below the scorching iron, met the one whose name must never be repeated, and became Icarus Earth. These were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. So basically this is another time where Dark Souls 2 is building on the events from Dark Souls 1. Essentially, and nothing is set in stone by the developers. This is just players and lovers of the lore of the series who've delved deep into this and try to come up with a conclusion. But the accepted belief seems to be that the king they're describing, who you fight earlier in the game at the Iron Keep, I believe is what it's called, sunk below the scorching iron and then met the one whose name must never be repeated, who most people believe is the king from the first game, Gwyn. And then by, I guess just being in contact with his soul became Icarus Earth, which is the boss you fight at the end of that section. So the events of long ago, these events of long ago and today, sorry, these were events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. And that's why so many people, well, the consensus again is that this game is taking place a long time after the first game, like possibly thousands of years. Who knows? It could be longer than that even. It's fantasy, anything could be going on. But yeah, so that's how they've kind of linked that back. And again, if you want to see more videos about the lore where it's described by someone who's knows the lore and makes really good, entertaining videos, and check out Vadi Vidya. His channel's great. Tons of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, and Demon Souls lore going on there. And also he has a very soothing and sexy English voice. Oh, that was almost bad. So if nothing else, it's already better than my kind of soft-spoken and mumbly voice. That being said, I think we'll just feather our way back to... What? What? Why can't I use that? Oh, it's because what's-his-face was... Right. Even though he's an NPC, the fact that Nostalgery, or whatever the hell this asshole's name is, was summoned, I can't feather out or use a bone, Homer bone, which I don't use anymore anyway because the feather is better because it's infinite. Anyway, all I gotta do is get further enough away from this fucking asshole, and I'll be able to use how far am I gonna have to go to get away? It's not been far enough. Yep. Okay. Well, this is where I gotta cut this video anyway. So, yeah. Well, this is the first video since coming off my my hiatus, like I said, so thanks so much for coming back, checking me out again. I'm gonna give at least one more episode where I give that boss a try, Sir Alon, however you say his name, I apologize. We'll see how that goes. That being said, feel free to correct me in the comments about lore or any of the items. Again, I'm not an expert, I'm just a guy who's playing through the games and enjoys it. Also, please let me know if you want me to continue doing this series. I have other games I'm playing, other games in the forecast. If you want me to keep going with the DLC, then I'm going to move right on into the Ivory King DLC and see how that goes. Otherwise, I'm looking at a possible Dark Souls 3 playthrough in the future once I get my computer up to par to be able to run the game. It's a little more graphically intense than this game is. That being said, please, like I said, let me know in the comments on the Facebook page. Let me know how it's going, what you'd like to see in the channel, and we'll see how all that goes. Regardless, thanks again for checking me out. Always appreciated, so thanks so much. Come back and see me again. Love you guys.